The Bosch dishwasher is throwing an E-24 code, and we're going to diagnose what is going on with that code and how to fix it. The dishwasher ran, came to what I thought was its conclusion, and then opening the door found the E-24 code. So we'll get these trays and dishes out of here and we'll take a look at the filter area first. So we're going to disconnect the power to the dishwasher by unplugging it. Now we're safe to work on it as far as electricity has been disconnected. And then once we're all done, we'll plug it back in and test things. Yeah, you can see the water down there not draining. So that E-24 code is why that is showing up. We have a drain problem. So a pretty quick way to drain that pump reservoir is to just use a turkey baster and a bowl. The quickest way is a shop wetback. So we need to remove this cover right here. This covers the impeller. There's some stuff stuck there. You can kind of see that white bump down there is the impeller, and that's what draws out the water. And it seems to be spinning just fine. So the problem is most likely not right at this beginning point, somewhere else in the drain line that eventually ends up in the garbage disposal. So the dishwasher drain line is this line right here. Comes from the dishwasher, goes up to the air gap, comes back out of the air gap down this line to the garbage disposal. So I've disconnected the drain line from the dishwasher at the air gap, and I'm going to put that end into a 5-gallon bucket and see if I can get the dishwasher to just drain into that bucket. So I have the drain line in the bucket. Okay, it looks like it's doing some draining, not a whole lot. Okay, now we're gonna install this drain pipe of the dishwasher back onto the air gap. So this bottom kick plate cover is removed. There's 2 screws, Phillips head screws, on each end of the kick plate cover, and you pull those off, remove this. Keep track of the screws so you don't lose them. So the screws that need removal are the 3 screws on each side. You want to leave these top 6 screws in place because they hold on the control panel. That doesn't need to come off. So you can see that door just kind of drops out. There's just 3 points of connection on either side, and now it's off. Set that aside. And as you can see, that gives us much better access. That last silver panel comes off, and then we'll have access to the pump. You can see that control panel just stays in place when you leave those top 6 screws alone. The screws on this last panel are also the T20. You can see that. So having removed those screws, Now we should be able to get this panel out. There's some insulation to get out of the way. Sound dampening. So now we have access to the pump. We've loosened up the wire harness. Here's the electrical connection to the pump, so we want to remove that. And then this pump, we're going to be turning it to remove it and take a look what's going on the inside there. So there's a little clip right here at the top. I pressed that in with a screwdriver and got it started. And then we're able to just rotate this. And there we go. We have the pump out, so now I can check it out and see what's going on. So there doesn't seem to be any debris or anything inside that pump housing. So if there's something not clogged up in this line, then there's something wrong with this pump. But the pump sounded like it was working, so we'll see. We'll keep testing. The ohms reading on a typical dishwasher drain pump should read between 160 and 260 when tested with a multimeter. If the reading is significantly lower, it indicates a faulty pump and likely needs replacement. 160 to 260 ohms are considered the normal range for a dishwasher drain pump, so the lower ohms reading I show of 125.9 could indicate why the pump's performance is triggering the E-24 code. So one thing I'm going to do is wash the filters that go back in the base of the dishwasher. Just since they're out, it's a good time to take care of that. Bring this filter cover in here, and then you just turn it until these arrows match up, and that locks it in place like that. Now that the pump filter is locked back into position, I reinstalled the dishwasher trays and then plugged the dishwasher back in. Even though this pump is still working, I plan to replace it with a new one. Click to subscribe. Join the conversation and community and stay connected. Be sure to leave your comments and questions. Thanks for watching. Until next time, be the exception.